UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon was forced to reroute to the northern city of Cordoba, Argentina on Monday due to new volcanic ashes in the atmosphere that disrupted air traffic, resulting in a 10-hour driving distance from his original destination of Buenos Aires. Finally arriving to his official visit to Buenos Aires via bus, it was a new experience for me, said the UN chief after he was received by Argentine President Cristina Fernández de Kirchner at the presidential palace Casa Rosada. Where the Malvinas Islands was among topics high on the agenda. President Fernandez renewed the Argentine claim of sovereignty over the islands, calling on the United Nations in the presence of UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon to ask England to resume discussions with Argentina over the sovereignty of the South Atlantic archipelago.
Nuestro deseo de que Inglaterra finalmente acepte la resolución 2065 y concordantes de Naciones Unidas y del Comité de Descolonización en el sentido de sentarse a la mesa de negociaciones conjuntamente con la Argentina.
Argentina is one of the strongest partners and most important member states of the United Nations. Argentina plays a crucial and ever-growing role in the global arena. You are strongly committed to the three pillars of the United Nations Charter: peace and security, development, and human rights.
Following a quick tour of the museum at the presidential house, this day-packed agenda falls on the day when Mr. and Mrs. Ban celebrate the Secretary General's 67th birthday, with cheers from the Argentinian people.
Quiero decirles algo que nadie sabe. Hoy es el cumpleaños del Secretario General Ban Ki-moon.
During statements to reporters after closed meetings at the executive office, President Fernandez said that the United Nations is significant for establishing a common ground for all democratic countries of the world to find solutions to conflict. President Fernandez also noted that Argentina would like Ban to stay on for a second term as Secretary General of the United Nations. The UN chief officially announced last week at the UN that he will seek another 5-year term. He has already received the backing of the US, China, and many other UN member states. The UN chief also visited the former ESMA Navy School of Mechanics, formerly a clandestine detention center during Argentina's last dictatorship, where about 5,000 people were either tortured, killed, and were later known as the disappeared. Of the reportedly more than 30,000 between 1976 through 1983.
In this place passed about 5,000 people, detainees, 5,000 people in the whole period of the dictatorship.
While taking part in an assembly with Argentina's Human Rights Secretary, Eduardo Luis Duhalde. The UN chief supported the mothers of the victims and praised their courage for seeking justice.
You have shown that there can be no safe refuge for those who commit crimes against humanity. In this world, there is no safer place now for any perpetrators who violate the international human rights law, international humanitarian laws. They must be responsible. They must be brought to justice. This has been fundamental principle and my strong commitment as a Secretary General.
Mr. Ban's agenda will also take him to meet with Argentina's Foreign Minister, Hector Timerman, at a lunch in honor of the UN chief before the Secretary General flies out for the remainder of his regional tour of South America to Uruguay and Brazil. The Secretary General praised the late President Nestor Kirchner and President Cristina Fernández de Kirchner for their leadership and commitment to protecting human rights. Afaf Kanja for South News, reporting from Buenos Aires, Argentina.